This is a sample chapter from Fitton Books. I Have Seen the Future, Chapter 1, AD 2157, 43 degrees, 9 minutes, 17 seconds north, 77 degrees, 36 minutes, 56 seconds west. Mariah wanted to kill herself, and Andy was helpless to stop her. The monkeys had not yet decreed that she be eliminated from the citizenry. No one ever saw the monkeys because they were pure thought, post-biological life forms within the cloud. Human progress had produced the beginnings of post-biological intelligence hundreds of years ago. That intelligence now charted the most appropriate lives for their creators. Andy found it difficult to refer to them as the Seraph. They were more like renegade monkeys on the loose through the jungle. He wore his silver fighting suit as he maneuvered his illuminated capsule 5 meters above the snowy city street. This city, once called Rochester, New York in another time, displayed on his panel as Earth coordinates 43,917 north by 77,3656 west. He kept the monkeys out of his plugs by utilizing the local intelligence in the capsule's onboard system. 2 hours ago, as he executed defensive fighting maneuvers in the Ptolemy Observatory's rec room, his life plug sounded with an alert from the monkeys about Mariah. He entered the clear magnetic tube duct over the frozen river. For a few seconds, the snow vanished. Once he exited, the interior heaters vaporized the oncoming snow in the sloping nanoglass. As the capsule veered onto Old Broad Street, the forward screen located the elimination rooms in a building 100 meters ahead. Andy checked the glowing green plug panel docked in his center console. His heartbeat accelerated despite his capsule shield preventing the monkeys from monitoring him. Andy yanked his plugs from the console, deactivated the system, and clamped his plugs on his wrist. The capsule slowed at a towering blue-tinted nanoglass building, reflecting the shrouded sun in the midst of the storm. Cold air awaited him outside. The capsule parted from the top and a gust of snow swept over him. He crawled outside as the capsule hummed shut. Then he angled his head and shoulder against the storm as he crossed a courtyard toward the glowing blue entrance. Because of the debilitating pain, Mariah threatened to end her life many times, but Andy had always talked her out of it. Why were these monkeys so precise about the odds of dying? A dancing blue beam above the entrance attempted to scan his deactivated plugs. After another attempt, they captured his face. The towering corrugated door rumbled open and the warm air encircled him. Green tubes glowed several hundred meters upward. A responder voice echoed loudly. Andy was unsure whether he was listening to a localized intelligence or perhaps it originated from the unseen cloud. He feared the monkeys would seep outside and confront him.
Reese, Andrew A. Social identity 1465-9235-0897.
He placed his hands on his hips and looked skyward. "Where's my sister?" The responder formed an indefinite hazy green-blue glow above him. This responder spoke with an intimidating voice.
Mariah Reese entered this facility 29 minutes ago. 29 minutes ago.
Andy's voice shook. "Is she still alive? I wish to take her to my silo. Her disease is not life-threatening."
Any citizen may enter an elimination room and be treated.
Treated? Maybe someday we'll have countries again and start passing laws instead of submitting to what the Seraph want. Now where is she?
Morally, your questions hold no credence.
Morally? What do you know about morals? You aren't even human. Brilliant orange lace fields instantly swiveled like a snake 3 or 4 meters above him. Although the monkeys could not survive outside the cloud for extended periods of time, their presence scared him. He backed toward the wall. "I want my sister released." He cringed at the thought of the monkeys encapsulating his body. Suspension for days or weeks convinced citizens of proper behavior. Only once in his life, when he was 8 years old, did they pursue him. He had defied a court order not to swim in the lake. Freezing air surrounded him when the monkeys restrained him. It cost him 1 hour, with his body suspended above the beach. He no longer heard the responders. The monkeys had the ability to communicate suggestively. It was a matter of understanding or knowing what they wanted.
Elimination room functionaries as well as clients are protected by the Seraph and subject to suspension if you are not Seraph correct.
I want Mariah released.
You challenge the Seraph?
No. He hunkered at the mass of pinpoint orange-yellow monkeys above him. But I am asking that my sister be allowed to live her life.
Her granules will be delivered to your silo as a second genetic composite.
What? He asked incredulously. Tears formed in his eyes. You cold-hearted bastards.
You are informed that you risk challenging the Seraph.
So what? Decisions made by non-human entities inside the cloud?
You will leave the elimination area.
Excuse me if I grieve. That's what humans do. You make me sick. The Seraph make me sick.
You have passed the threshold. You are not Seraph correct.
Go to hell, will you? Andy clenched his fists as he approached the outside nanoglass. A sun-drenched image of Mariah's straight brown hair and medicated green eyes materialized in his thoughts. She lounged on her wicker chair outside her silo just yesterday afternoon. Andy clenched his fists as he approached the outside nanoglass. Talk of entering the elimination rooms had ceased days ago. He had planned to bring a specially prepared meal to her for supper. But then he received a call from Sonia Margolis at the Ptolemy Institute to the south. High-energy readings from Jupiter required his presence at work. He spent all night dealing with the odd energy fluctuations. When he awoke, he decided to work out. Now Mariah was dead because he had gone to work. I loved my sister. Don't you understand that?
Your lack of civility has been noted. You will be evaluated.
Then you just eliminate me, like all others who challenge.
You are not Seraph correct, but will not be eliminated.
Andy's anger mixed with sadness as he pictured Mariah's verdant eyes in the sunshine. Before her immune problems, she was so energetic and a catalyst in his own life. All his emotions twisted like muddy water down the drain. He banged his elbow against the glass. What the hell has happened to this world? He darted toward the building entry. The front door split open and the cold air swept inside as a mass of orange monkeys encapsulated his body. A sparkling field tightened around his wrists and ankles. He should never have challenged them.
Disruption of elimination clinics is forbidden.
Andy struggled at first as they slowly suspended him above the sidewalk. The coldness stung his glazed eyes and sweaty skin. You're suspending me because you just killed my sister.
6-month suspension.
The yellow-line energy particles blocked the outside world. He sensed a fleeting euphoria when they punished him at the lake, but now he had upset the monkeys really bad. An all-pervasive force of electrical impulses oozed from the cloud into the real world like poison dumped into clean water. A field vault now totally encompassed him within the bright light. Seconds later, he was in a light sleep and then he went out.